Hey everybody, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you are a returning viewer. So if you guys would like to see this part 2 of the bust down middle part jet black 30 inches, okay, keep on watching because I definitely slayed this for y'all. Yeah. Okay, you guys, getting straight into it. I got my fresh braids. Shout out to my cousin for getting me right with the 21 braids. Okay, but you guys, I'm stretching out my cap so it can lay more thinner, and I am cutting around my ears so we can get started with the spray, because you cannot just spray that spray on there without your ears being out, because it's just not gonna go well. So please make sure you cut around your ears. But yeah, you guys, I'm taking my Ebon Wonder lace spray in the red can, and I am spraying that around my hairline, and I'm trying to be really still with this. And when I say still, I mean like not moving too much and really paying attention to where I am spraying it so it can lay like right where my hairline is, you know what I mean? Because I don't want it to be too low down like I was in my last video, or too far up. I want it to be in the perfect spot, so I'm really taking my time with this. Now I'm taking my blow dryer on a cool high setting, and I'm blow drying that until it is completely dry. I mean completely dry, because when it is not completely dry, it's just not going to go well for you, okay? Like, it's going to lift back, and that's not fun to have to redo a wig cap, like, be for real. So make sure it's dry. I'm cutting off around the cap now, just gliding my scissors straight on through, because these are shears, so it's just going to be really easy for these scissors to glide straight through and cut it off. And I don't know what it is, but with my ball caps, the sides never stay down. So I just took some glue and my popsicle stick, and I'm trying to smooth that, a little bit of that glue, because I didn't take a lot, a little bit of glue around the edges of the ball cap so that it can lay flat, you guys, because yeah, they do not be staying down. I rarely show you guys this step of my bald cap method, but I basically take my scissors and I cut it directly in the middle, in the back, and then I tie it up while also tucking my braids up underneath the cap so it can stay put, and then tying it in a double knot, not too tight because that will squeeze the fuck out of your brain and that is not comfortable. And then I just cut it off, and then boom, my stuff is flat, my cap is flat. But you guys, I just took my Ruby Kisses cream foundation in the shade RD15 in this makeup brush here, and I'm just making my bald cap a bald cap, you know what I'm saying, making it give scalp. Now I've been using RD15 for a minute, but I'm starting to look at my videos and stuff, and it's like, this is kind of light for my skin tone, not super light, but it's not as dark as I'd want it to be. So I might try another shade or another type of foundation for my caps, just so I can blend better. But yeah, because the foundation is the key to the installs, right? So yeah, I'm taking my scissors now that the wig is on, and I'm cutting around the ears. I don't really need to like pull hairs out or clip it back. I just kind of eyeball it and see where is my ear, and you know, where do I need to cut this lace off so that this can fit comfortably and sit how it is supposed to sit. Before I glue this wig down, I always have to take my Cifra rubbing alcohol and a cotton pad or a paper towel, whatever, to clean off around my skin so that the glue can really stick and that the lace won't, like, you know, because our skin is naturally oily, and then we just put that makeup on our cap, so it's probably leftovers on our skin, which you will see once you clean off your skin with the Cifra alcohol. But yeah, you guys want to make sure you do that as well. But now I'm taking my Erica J Hold Me Down glue and my popsicle stick, and I'm just smoothing this glue around my bald cap, not around my bald cap, but right in front of my bald cap, not too far back touching the cap either, but you know, you guys see the placement, you guys can see. So I'm not even going to try to explain that hard, because you guys got eyes, you see where I'm putting the glue. But yeah, you guys, I took about like 6-7 layers of this because I was going out of town, and I wanted this wig to stay on the whole week that I was going to be out there. So I didn't show you guys all the layers that I did, but yeah, you guys, it's basically the same process, just taking a thin layer as it says on the instructions. That's what you should do with all glue, a thin layer, and just spreading it out, blow drying it on a cool high setting until it is all the way completely dry, and not dry but clear. You know, you still want it to be tacky a little bit, but you know what I mean. So yeah. So now for this lace placement, I am just seeing exactly, you know, where the glue is, because you can tell when it's dry where it is and where it's sitting on your skin, especially if your lighting is right. Okay, you can really be able to see this. But yeah, you guys, once I see that, I press that lace down and I use my fingers and my hands to really get that glue, and I kind of push the wig forward, but for the most part I just let it sit where it's sitting, because that's where it's supposed to sit. But yeah, I press that down with my fingers so that it can really mold down, and then to help mold it even more, I take my fine tooth comb ragtail comb, and my blow dryer on a cool high setting again, and I am just pushing that hairline back, kind of getting that glue all marinated into that lace. I have on my elastic band now, and I'm going to leave this on for like 10 to 12 minutes, and in the meantime I'm going to take my hot comb and press through this hair just to add some neatness to the wig and to the install, you know, just because, to pass time by, and you know, it helps with the neatness, so I don't mind sitting here and doing the hot comb for this step here. I'm looking dead in your face. I'm looking dead in your face because I was really trying to get this part right. Like, I cannot mess up a middle part. I cannot the bust down the part. It has to be completely straight, completely symmetrical. You know what I'm saying? But now that I have that part completed and I know how that is going to sit, I'm going to take my hair into sections and hot comb my hair. I didn't add any product to the hair while I hot combed it. I just wanted to really press the hair through and hot comb every single like piece of this hair in the front so it can lay super flat. So like product really wasn't needed in my head, because I'm pressing through every strand damn near in the front. So yeah, that definitely added on to the flatness. Now that the hair has kind of gotten pressed out a little bit, I'm going to cut off this lace now, snatch that elastic band right off, and I'm just cutting off this lace with this razor in a zigzag kind of motion. You know what I'm saying? Cutting as close to the hairline as possible. Y'all, I'll be saying, you know what I'm saying, a lot, because I really want y'all to hear me when I say what I say. But yeah, I'm just cutting off this lace. And when I cut off the lace, I realized, I'm like, dang, this isn't as plucked as I would like to be. It's always either underplucked or overplucked with me. Like, it's never perfectly plucked. So I really need to work on my plucking skills. But the way that I lay my wigs down and the way that I do my baby hairs, it's not that noticeable or, you know, a big deal. So yeah, but anyways, you guys, I'm taking some more of that Erica J glue in my popsicle stick, and I'm placing that glue, a thin layer, smoothing that out. And yes, because that piece was not sticking down. To get this lace to blend more, I'm taking my little makeup brush here in that same cream foundation in the shade RD15, and I'm kind of just buffing that into the lace. And yeah, once that is done, I take some more of that red Ebon Wonder lace spray, and I take just a little bit and I smooth it out with my fingers, and I spray that directly across the whole entire lace, you know. So yeah, I really like to do this method. I really like how I start to do this because my lace be laying a lot like seamless and more I don't know, be looking more natural, like more put together, more like scalp when I take the time to do this step now. And while this lace is laying some more, I'm taking my Kara wax stick and I am going to be pressing out the rest of, not the rest of this hair, but the top and the front of this hair. And yeah, you guys, I like to move really slow with my hot comb so it can really press through. I do it so many times, but yeah, I stress it to you guys in every video, you guys. It's really, I keep saying you guys, but like I'm really talking to y'all right now. But yeah, this is a really important step because it gets your lace, not your lace, but your hair to just lay super flat and look so neat. Like you want your wigs to look neat and put together. Now I'm just taking out my baby hairs. Yeah, I just want you guys to watch this part because I can't really explain to you guys exactly what I'm doing here. You guys just have to watch. I'm taking that Kara wax stick again and placing that exactly where my hairline is behind the baby hair so that I can hot comb these through and it can just look super seamless. That's the key. That's what we want our wigs to look like, seamless. That's why I keep using that word, because yeah, we want this to look natural, neat, all of the above. While I was doing my hair, I was just thinking about how my last install, my baby hairs, was not my cup of tea and not how I wanted them to look. So I was really trying to make sure that I like catered to myself for these baby hairs and did them how I would really like them to look. So they are a lot thinner, as you guys can see, and if you didn't see my last video, go check that out. But yeah, I cut the baby hairs a pretty decent length, not too long, not too short. The baby hairs came out pretty cute to me. So yeah, I'm taking my 1/2 inch pencil flat iron by Kiss and I'm curling these baby hairs upwards and the sideburns under, because yeah, I like how that looks. I like that look. So when I'm doing my baby hairs, I like to take my product, which today I'm using the ORS Holding Gel. Yes, the olive oil kind, and I like to smooth out with my finger on the hairs, but not directly where the curl part is, like where it's curled under, so that when I do my baby hairs, they can look fluffy and not too have too much of a hold on them. You know what I mean? Like I like them to look fluffy at the end. So yeah, I'm just smoothing and fluffing, not fluffing, but carving these baby hairs out basically, and using my finger as well to mold everything into place. And yeah, these baby hairs didn't take too much effort. They swiftly, you know, got into shape the way I needed them to get into shape. To make this part look super clean and seamless, of course, I'm taking this rat tail comb, the end of it, as well as this black like dye spray that's in this can. And yeah, that's basically how that works. You just put that on and hold that rat tail right in between the part so that it can look super clean. And I'm taking this makeup brush here and using my RD09 Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation to really get this part looking crisp and clean. Like, I love doing this part. Then you just want to smooth it out with your fingers, how I'm doing here, so it won't look harsh, and boom, like you got a nice clean part. To keep this part looking clean and laying flat, I'm taking my Tresemme holding spray and my hot comb after I did just take some more of that wax stick. And y'all seen how flat this got that? Like, and then using the holding spray after with our hot comb, like flat, so seamless. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys learned something and enjoyed watching. Make sure to check the description box for the information on this hair. This wig is from CurlyMe Hair, and this 30 inches did me justice on my trip. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.